No lady from this town is as beautiful as my daughter Adamma, and the prince cannot marry from another town. He must marry from his father's land and must marry the most beautiful lady, of which Adamma, my daughter, is the most beautiful amongst all. Once upon a time, in the land of Amata, lived a very wealthy man, Mazi Ikede, and his wife, Obiageli Akudia. They had 3 children, Adamma, Adako, and Omekannaya. Adamma and Adako were twins, while Omekannaya was the last born. Mazi Ikede provides his family with everything they need. Adamma usually parades herself before her sister and her friends because she looks more beautiful than all the ladies in their village. She was so popular in their town because of her beauty. For the fact that she is the most beautiful lady in their village, everyone knows that she's going to be the crown prince's wife. For their tradition states that the crown prince must marry the most beautiful lady in their town. For this reason, Adamma's mother pampers her. She doesn't allow her to do any chores in the house. She lets Adak do all the work alone. Reason being that she doesn't want her beautiful Adamma to have a stain or any mark that would disfigure her or anything that would make her not qualify to be prince's wife. Their mother, whenever she goes to the market, would buy the most costly clothes and jewelries for Adamma and buy the cheaper ones for her sister. But Adak would always receive her own gifts with happiness, regardless of their mother's attitude towards her, just because she's not as beautiful as her sister, and no man has ever asked for her hand in marriage. Unlike her sister, that different men has come seeking for her hand in marriage because of her beauty. But all this never bothers her much because she loves being happy. One day, her mother insulted her and told her to go and marry, for all her mates in other towns are married. She asked if she is waiting for her sister, whom she knew is already the prince's wife, because no lady in their town can stand her beauty. This touched Adako, and she told her mother to remember that according to their custom, no maiden of their age is allowed to get married until the prince makes his choice on who to marry. Immediately she finished saying this, her sister cut her short, saying that she's too ugly to be thinking of having a chance with the prince. She told her that it's better she help herself now by getting married, or she will remain in the house unmarried. This made her to weep continuously. She felt rejected by everyone in their family, except their younger brother, Omekannaya, who gives her support and consoles her whenever she's been humiliated by her mother and her twin sister. One day, a very rich businessman who had heard about Adamma's beauty came to seek for her hand in marriage. Immediately, he made his intention known to the family. Their mother, Obiageri, got annoyed and ordered him to leave their house. She asked if he's the only fool that is not aware that her daughter Adamma is meant for the prince and not wretched men like him. Adamma and her mother pushed him away from their house. Like that was not enough, they poured him dirty water. This man felt so disappointed. He was so humiliated The worst part is that he now stinks because the water they poured on him was smelling. He can't go back to the city like this because people would run away from him. Adaku, who was by the corner watching all that was happening, went inside and took her brother's clothes. She gave it to the man to wear. She apologized for her mother and her twins' action. She pleaded with the man to forgive them. The man took the dress from her and thanked her. After the man left, he thought of Adaku's kind gesture. He couldn't take his mind off her. He said to himself that although Adak is not as physically beautiful as her sister, she has the best character, which is what he wanted in a woman. Few months later, as usual, Adak was busy doing the dishes, while Adamma and her mother were seated at their balcony eating fruit salad. When Njideka, her friend, ran to them and told her that the prince is doing his traditional marriage same day with someone else, Adamma could not believe her ear. She thought it was a prank, but her friend repeated the same thing. She told her to come and see for herself. Her mother stood up and told her to shut up and stop lying because no lady in their town is more beautiful than her daughter Adamma, and the prince can never marry from another town. According to their tradition, he must marry from their village and he must marry the most beautiful lady, of which her daughter Adamma is the most beautiful lady in their town. They quickly followed Njideka. On getting to the place, Adamma saw a beautiful goddess sitting next to the prince. The beautiful lady sitting next to the prince is Aboma, the Onowu's daughter. She has been in the city for years. No one in their village knew about her beauty. When she came back from her holidays, the prince saw her and noticed that she's more beautiful than Adamma, more respectful, humble and kind to people. He loved her, proposed to her, and is getting married to her without wasting time. Adamma's beauty is very ugly compared to the lady next to the prince. Immediately she saw this lady, she fainted. After she woke up, she cried her eyes out. She returned home shamefully with her mother. On getting to their house, they saw what they never expected. The businessman whom they poured dirty water is in their house, chatting happily with her sister Adako. Immediately Adamma saw them. She ran to Ikenna the businessman and hugged him. But Ikenna did not say anything. Their mother came and told him to come inside the house. She called him their in-law. They told Adako to go and prepare food for him, while Adamma keeps him company. Their whole change in attitude was a shock to both Ikenna and Adako. Adako did as she was instructed. Adamma was so happy that Ikenna came back for her. She went and told her sister that all her enemies who were ready to laugh at her shall be put to shame, because she will soon be Ikenna's wife. After everything, when Ikenna was about to leave their house, he called Adak and gave her some money. He told Mr. Ikedi, their father, that he came for Adako and not Adamma. He begged him to allow him marry Adako because he loves her so much and wants to marry her. Ikedi agreed happily and blessed their union. He later paid her bride price, took her to the city, and they lived happily with their children. Adamma, on the other hand, regretted all she had done to people, especially her twin sister Ada. She could not get married to any responsible man, for she humiliated all the men that had come seeking for her hand in marriage, and none of them wanted to associate with her again. She later got married to a village Panwantapa. Adako, on the other hand, became the breadwinner of their house. She forgave her sister and took care of her family, including her sister Adama.